Okay, part 2 of this DVD and Blu-ray update where I talk about the Blu-ray. So, I last left you showing the first 10 Star Trek movies. Well, there's a reason I saved those for last. It's because I ended up picking up a lot more Star Trek than just those movies. This is what I spent that huge Best Buy gift card on. I got the complete series of Star Trek the original series. But that's not all I got. I also ended up picking up, whoops, the animated series. And, oh yeah, all of the same gift card. Next Generation. And for those of you who have never seen this set, it's got some heft to it. Yeah. And my mom also gave me an Amazon gift card, which I used to purchase the complete series of Enterprise. So why did I go from Enterprise? Well, this was actually the first bit of Star Trek I ever saw, even though I actually thought that it was just a movie back then, because I couldn't keep track of the plots that I was seeing in the first, 5 or so episodes of the show, so I've always had a little bit of a soft spot for it, and I did have the complete series set of Enterprise towards the end of my career in high school, and I actually ended up watching half of it before, and for whatever reason, I stopped, but, yeah. But it's going to be a while before I get to this, because I actually am probably going to go through Star Trek in the order that everything was put out, more or less. So I'll be watching Voyager and Deep Space Nine before that. Not in that order. Deep Space Nine, then Voyager, right? But yeah, now I've got a lot more Star Trek, because before I had all this stuff, all I had was the Compendium, which had the first 2 Abrams movies. We've only got a few left, trust me on this. Okay. Expanding my collection for this particular superhero franchise, I got X-Men Days of Future Past. Now I know what you're thinking. Well, hold on a second. There's an extended cut out there. Oh yeah, believe me, I know there's an extended cut of this. I picked up both because this has a few extras that this doesn't have, but this does have this cut, right? These were both pretty cheap, so I ended up picking them up at one go, and there was actually a 20% off thing going on at that half price of books, so $18 became 14, 40, something like that, right? Saw this at Walmart, and I decided, well, even though I don't really want to get this, superhero movies are the kind of movies that you get lesser movies of, so you can say that you've got them, seen them, whatever. I picked up the 2-movie pack of Ghost Rider. I did see the first one and reviewed it on my first channel. Oh, that was such an awful channel, yeah, so I haven't watched it at all since then, so that was 7 years ago, something like that, so it would be real interesting to go back and watch that along with the sequel, even though I've heard that it's not that good, and Nicolas Cage has personally said that he won't be doing a third one, whatever. This is another one that I got because it was cheap, but I actually really like this movie. I got Live, Die, and Repeat, or Edge of Tomorrow, as I was introduced to this movie, starring Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt. If you've watched the movie, you know why I picked it up. If you didn't, well, let's just say this movie has a little bit of a Groundhog Day feel to it, but it isn't a comedy. You just find stuff funny. That should be enough for you. Now, this next one was an upgrade from a movie that I've got back there, even though I might be keeping the other version that I've got, for a reason I'll explain in a second. I've got the Criterion edition of Boyhood. Now, I say that I might be keeping the other one because the 2 featurettes that are on that Blu-ray actually aren't on here, but there are similar features to those 2 featurettes that are on here, and they go into much more detail according to High Def Digest, so even if I do end up getting rid of it, this still has all the better extras, especially since that version that I previously didn't have a commentary. This has a commentary. Yeah. And thankfully I ended up getting that as a gift, so I didn't have to double dip myself. Sneaky. Now, this is a movie that I'm honestly ashamed that I didn't get into the collection before now, especially since the lead, well, not necessarily the lead actor, but the actor we all know is in this movie, died early 2016, but it's a movie, that I've always loved, and yeah, R.I.P., dude. I got Willy Wonka! Right. When they had like the 40th anniversary set of this, there was a part of me that wanted to grab it because I ended up getting the Ben-Hur set that was released around that time, but for whatever reason I didn't, and now that set's out of print, but I'm actually not missing on too much because from what I've been able to ascertain, the special features that were on that other disc weren't that great, and that book, well, I think I can deal without that. And this does have a commentary track and a making of documentary called A Pure Imagination, but it doesn't have an After They Were Famous documentary, which is on here as of when I'm recording this. I might put the link in the description, but you can just type After They Were Famous Willy Wonka, right? Now, I didn't totally want these next two because while these are both good TV show seasons, compared to the first 3 seasons of the show, they dropped the bar in quality for this show. And I've talked about them before, but I was looking at the collection and I'm like, okay, I'm tired of not having the complete collection of this show. I want to complete it, because I pretty much want Glee to be the only show that I just have a partially complete set of, even though the place that I've collected up to in Glee, you are perfectly fine stopping at halfway through the show. But regardless, I got seasons 4 and 5 of Lost Girl. And even though this says 5 and 6, it's really just 5 seasons. They split season 5 into 2 parts, which anyone who watched the show would know, right? And finally, these last 2, I'm not going to beat around the bush. I've got seasons, I think you saw it there, 11 and 12 of Supernatural. Oh, jeez, I've got a heck of a lot of Supernatural to watch because it's been so long since I did the first 6 seasons. I'm going to have to rewatch them along with the anime series, which is episodes from the first 2 seasons again, and then I'm going to have to catch all the way up to this point. It's just ridiculous, but whatever. So, there you go. I want to show you the piles here. Yeah, that's some haul, huh? See you next time, folks.